Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, where we having a meeting, but it's not a road meeting. It's more like a book crawl. And to tell us more about it, the founder of All Booked Up joins us on the Now this morning. Let's say welcome and good morning to Christabelle Elvin. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Ainka. Thank you so much for having me.
I am delighted that you're here because reading is fundamental, and June, as we've learned, is Read Caribbean Month.
Yes,
so it makes sense that we do things that help us to read, get introduced to Caribbean authors, or just reading altogether, I suppose.
Indeed.
What was really the goal behind this initiative?
So, All Booked Up, the business itself, what we try to do is promote as much Caribbean literature and stories as possible. And June being Read Caribbean Month, we were trying to find interesting and new ways that we could have basically embodied what Reading Caribbean is about.
Right.
And that's where we came up with the book crawl. So the book crawl, basically, you can think of it as a, how to put it, like a scavenger hunt for bookstores across the island. We've partnered with 12 bookstores that are independently owned, and you get a map. Basically, you download it, and attached to that map is sort of like a bingo style card. And your goal throughout Read Caribbean Month, which starts on June 1st, is to visit as many of these 12 bookstores as possible.
Nice. Prizes at the end of it? Or?
Of course. Prizes for the first child to win, finish. Prizes for the first adult to finish. And also we have overall grand prizes. So everyone who completes the crawl throughout June gets entered for a grand prize. We have sponsored prizes, and we also have prizes that have been given by the bookstores that are taking part. So lots of gift vouchers. You can get the biggest book haul you've ever gotten, if you win this one.
Now, to people who may not understand or appreciate the experience of reading a book itself, a tangible book,
Yes.
this kind of creates a new excitement to it because everybody's on their iPads or their Kindles, and that's a different experience. Those digital readers, this is not for them. We're talking actual paper books.
I would say yes, because I'm a digital reader myself. I'm an audiobook reader. But I think having something tangible in your hand really is a beautiful thing. And I think that the crawl itself gets you back to the roots of how we used to read. So you get to visit the bookstores. You may find a gem that, you may not have known was in your area. You really get to, I guess, get that nostalgic feeling of how you used to read at book fairs at school, when your parents used to take you and you get to pick out one book, and now, you just get to explore everything.
Absolutely. Now, will there be a theme as to the types of books or the collections that you ought to attain in terms of the book crawl?
No, actually, all of the bookstores they're pretty varied. So there are some that are very specialized, some are very niche, and some carry just about everything. So we tried to partner with bookstores that embody that. So you would go to a bookstore and it's more for the mature reader. You'll go to a bookstore and it's like a toy store, with the best children's selections. So there's no particular theme. The goal here really is to experience our Caribbean bookstores, our local bookstores, and know that they're there. While we would love if you would pick up a local author book at one of those stores, it's not absolutely necessary.
Okay.
We really just want you to experience it and to know that they're there.
Fantastic. Now, I'm getting behind that Caribbean author encouragement, though, because we do have some phenomenal award-winning and really just relatable material that allow us to transport to different spaces when we read. I think, though, that might have been part of the reason All Booked Up started altogether. Tell me a little bit more as to how that was born.
Yes. So All Booked Up, I wanted to create a space where people were a bit more aware of the plethora of talent that we have right here. We have authors who write every genre that you can think about right here in the Caribbean, and you don't necessarily have to go beyond our shores to get that. So with All Booked Up, you're able to not just experience a Caribbean author's book, but we curate a box that is themed around that book. Recently, our most recent book was actually a book called Sweetness in the Skin by Ishi Robinson, who is a Jamaican author.
Yeah.
And we curated a box that was themed around everything that the main character experienced within that book. So not only do you have the opportunity to read a book that is basically in we voice, but you also get to experience what our people are experiencing in that book as well.
Fantastic. Now, I know immediately somebody's thinking, this is a great gift idea. This is an awesome monthly gift for myself.
Yes.
How do we get in on that book club action? Because essentially that's what it is, right?
Yes.
All Booked Up is a club.
the best kind of club, book clubs. So we do put out books every month, and you can find us on our social media pages, All Booked Up TT. We're on Instagram and on Facebook. Every month we do release the book that we would be tailoring our book box around.
Right.
June, we're skipping a bit because we're really focused on the book crawl, and we would like to bring more attention to the bookstores than the book box itself.
Gotcha.
So from July, you can expect that we would have a new box out.
Okay, and going back to the book crawl itself,
Yes.
we said we're going to 12 locations. The
Yes.
first to complete in terms of children and for adults will win prizes.
Yes.
We have no age limits, and we
None.
have virtually no number of books specifically necessary. It's just that you need to go to these 12
You
locations.
just need to go to the 12 locations. There's no purchase that is necessary to actually take part in the crawl as well. But of course, we want to bear in mind it's a crawl, so it's slow. You have the entire month, but if you really want to sprint it and go to all, by all means, you can probably get it done in a weekend. But they're spread out everywhere, so you really have to fill up that gas tank, make it a road trip. Start very early. Start with the ones that have coffee shops in them, because they're a bit earlier, and work your way back home. So,
It sounds like a good plan, Christabelle.
yes.
I think, though, besides getting to know these bookshops and perhaps, hopefully, picking up a book,
Yes.
what are the other things that you persons derive from this experience?
I think it really brings a sense of community, and it brings back that love for, it's like a love letter, I would say, to books and to bookstores. One of my earliest memories about reading and about books would be going to a secondhand bookstore and picking up a Nancy Drew. And to me, it really, I would love to give that experience to my children, and I think that it's really great for people who want to give that experience to their children as well, that we can bring all of that together through the crawl. And we have some wonderful schools that have actually partnered with us as well. They said, okay, we want 200 maps. All of the teachers are on board. People are making it into field trips. So I'm really excited about that.
I'm excited too. It means that you might be on a book crawl and bounce on somebody who else is on a book crawl too.
I really hope so. I really hope, because I would be doing a dry book crawl within this coming week as well.
What's a dry book crawl?
Just
Then you just go and do a dry
just
run?
get
check
dry
it out
run,
before?
just
Okay.
do all the logistics and everything. Make sure it's all sorted out. But I would be going to the bookstores throughout June as well. So hopefully I get to meet some of the crawlers on that route.
Sounds fantastic. So in terms of getting that map, we are heading to All Booked Up across platforms. It is downloadable for free, or
It is downloadable for free. Everything about the book crawl is free. So from Sunday, it will be linked in our bio in our social media pages. So you can download it from there. We'll also be giving physical copies to all of the bookstores. So you can visit any of the bookstores. They are currently being revealed bit by bit on our page.
Right.
And they will be revealed continuously until the end of May, so that you know everywhere that you can go.
Christabelle, this is a beautiful initiative. Reading is something that we really need to do more of in Trinidad and Tobago. So I really appreciate you grabbing it, as you say, grabbing the bulletins and
Yes.
taking the charge, leading the charge, so that we will all be participating in the book crawl one way or the other. It's happening from the 1st to the 30th of June. 12 locations, a free entry, prizes to be won. All ages welcome, and it's just making us a little bit sweeter here in TNT. Thank you
Yes.
so much. I
Thank you for
appreciate it
having me.
tremendously. We are all booked up here on the Now Morning Show in many ways, not just for the book crawl, but because we have birthdays coming up after these messages. Stick around.